interest whatsoever. I felt twisted, crippled, old. And I thought I was the only person in the whole world.
Registracija počinje za danas. Jučer su se... Pa mnogo imati lijepo slike. Ivana već izgleda... I kako ste, gospođo profesor, uspjeli toliku vrhunsku kremu evropske neurologije dovesti na ovo prekrasno mjesto?
It's the easiest way.
What is difficult?
For me, that's the easiest way. The hard way is to bring somebody to a patient. That's
not very good with that. That's not good enough.
And actually many famous Croats actually have been born in Dubrovnik, like poets, Neurology, one of the biggest scientists and researchers, Đurđe Bošković, all scientific institutes bear his name in Croatia. Then one of the...
And that's not very often. And fourth, because computer works.
We have some kind of steps, sudden blows actually, in the deterioration of our quality of life. And some of these determinants are liver-dopamine-induced dyskinesia, when we reach the hernia stage 3, freezing, and what is extremely important actually, dementia. You see this jump in our disability with the development of dementia. So obviously, we have a milestone model of Parkinson's disease progression. This is one of suggestions.
We can give it to the cities. No, we actually cannot.
Very famous philosopher Kant, and some people say that actually Don Quixote had dementia of Lewy disease. He had these vivid hallucinations. There would be much fluctuations actually. You know, he could be on a few hours all in his visual hallucinations, and then a few hours very bright.
Stereotypes that are developing in the adult age at about 40, not at the beginning of the adulthood, or when the same kind of the other psychiatric disorders could be present.
That the patient are neither very compliant, not always so cognitive, it's not so reliable. In this case, I would normally say this is typically GPRS, done by the right person, the doctors, and different centers.
In this field, leading many clinical researchers in this field, and also giving many important point in multiple sclerosis as well. Professor Miller, please, your stand is here.
Pleasure, dear Chairman and colleagues, to be here this afternoon in this Dubrovnik Academy of Neurology meeting. Wonderful place in Croatia, and I would like to thank the organizers, and specifically Maya, for, how do you say, hvala lijepo, for this kind invitation. So thank you very much, it's very pleased to be here.
Thank you for coming.
That while the JC virus antibody index said if you treat the patient, the longer you treat, there's higher risk of PML. However, this is beyond the index of 1. So
Vezdan from Ljubljana, and hopefully Maya will come too. So may I ask first Professor Dressler to give you a presentation.
Yeah, Laszlo, thanks for the kind introduction. Welcome for this afternoon session. When we were preparing this workshop, I thought to start with small observational studies, but none of that really made it into an established indication.
I think we need to look at this concept of essential tremor, and a lot of what I'm going to say to you is covered in this paper which I wrote with Lady Quinn on tremor controversy. So all the references are there. If you want to look at the references, they are all in that paper.
Clear and sharp. So the question is, what are the physical signs that help us recognize this? Just first high sight, you just say, okay, this patient has dystonia. And this was the way our pioneers.
Leading to disease. I think that you can say that all diseases, they have some underlying etiology, there's a cause. And this causes a defect in some...
The patient's motivation is another successful step towards the treatment and the good education of the patient and his family. Family encourage and embolden them to be the support.
Be able to continue to do this yourself. And what happens if something happens to you? Because you are overburdened. You must have some support. You must have help. Of course, technically you have to prepare the house.
I was sad. I had no interest whatsoever. I felt twisted, crippled, old. And I thought I was the only person in the whole world with such a neck. Who could there be anybody else with such strange symptoms? And it was quite a journey that we had to travel together. It went on for hours, for days, weeks, months, years. Until one day, everything felt lighter and easier. And it was okay that dystonia was there. And luckily, we did not travel alone on this journey. Next to me, I had some very special people who believed in me and my recovery. And that happened, I think, about a year after I was diagnosed. I was invited to a dystonia patient meeting. And I was very surprised because I didn't think there were other people like me. So I went there, and when I walked into the room, I saw another woman, and she looked exactly like me.
The money for research. Like here, you have to organize patients. In Croatia, there are no patients that will come out and say, I'm sick. Okay, for dystonia you can even see, but the most famous patient who has PD in Croatia didn't want to come out publicly and say, although if he comes, he will...
I will be filming it, but Monica, can you tell us what it is for?
This is Jumping for Dystonia, and we're doing it to raise awareness of dystonia, to combat stigma, increase research, and that's why we need as many jumps as possible for dystonia.
Okay, now we will see how the video is looking.
Okay.
Okay, closer.
Oh, with the bananas.
I only have this kind of camera, so closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I say jump, you will have to jump.
And sort of stay
And stay a bit, yeah. Okay.
And stay in the air.
First try. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, once more.
Okay. Can I just say something?
One jump.
You can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Once more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, once more. 3, 2, 1. Great.
Yeah. Okay, done.